Join us as we spend the next 3 days in beautiful Porto, Portugal. Hi, I'm Debbie, and this is Stain, and we're the two creative travelers. In 2020, we got creative and sold everything, packed what we had left into 6 suitcases, flew to Europe, and bought a car to start our life of slow travel. Come along with us as we explore, meet the people, eat the food, and immerse ourselves in the cultures, one destination at a time. Okay, we're up. Do I have to go anymore?
I think it's actually back down.
What? Sometimes. To the moon, Alice. Okay, let's go.
Where do we go from? Where do we go from here?
The city of Porto is built on the bank of the Douro River, which is pretty steep and hilly. So where we're located, where we're staying, is kind of up in the center of town, and now we're just walking our way down to the waterfront, which, as you could tell, is pretty steep. But thankfully, they have a funicular that we'll take on the way back.
I was just going to say that, but we're not walking back up this. Yeah, so It's called a funicular,
Yep.
which is the little tram car that just takes you on up. So we'll be riding that a little bit later, but let's go on down to the river and check it out.
Some of you may notice that this looks somewhat similar to another world famous monument, which was actually designed by the same architect. So in the comments, take a guess at who may have designed this bridge. Don't cheat it. We'll tell you at the end of the video.
I want you just to try to
Okay.
see if it is good, like I told you.
It looks delicious.
We need to give the best to the best.
Oh, thank you. So this is the passion fruit sangria.
Yes, and we do with passion and love.
Oh, wow.
You see?
That's delicious.
I make by myself. Thank you for
you.
believing me.
Thank
When the
you.
Francesinha come, I can explain a little bit of the issue about Francesinha, okay?
Okay, thank you. Well, we found a great place to have lunch here in Porto on the river.
Beira Duro Bar. Well, we just ordered and we went for the typical Porto dish, which you will see in a minute is not the healthiest, but it is typical, so we had to go for it.
Oh, it's already here.
Yeah.
Wow.
Here, this is your sauce.
Okay.
We have one Francesinha special.
Yes.
Yeah, we heard it was too much.
Yeah.
A little bit.
Okay.
Thank you.
And
I got it.
Thank you.
So normally this would be one serving, but they cut it in half for us, so because it's a lot. And we're gonna try it. So this is called
Francesinha. Let's see what the hype is all about.
what's it got?
It's got steak, it's got sausage, and it's got ham. The first bite kind of threw me off. And there's an egg on here, and cheese. Take smaller bites. It's good.
Okay. It's interesting how all those meats blend together. This is definitely a meat lover sandwich, so if you love your meat, this is what you want right here. Okay, so we've gotten on the funicular dos Guinness, and we're going to go up on this little thing, so we're going to show you the view. We're here at the base of the bridge, and this is going to be the quick way to the top, back to where we're staying. All right, let's get ready.
Hello from Porto.
It's a beautiful morning here. We got here yesterday in the afternoon and did a little exploring already. But today we're starting out with a beer and a galao. And we're going to go do some more exploring here in Porto and show you around. There's some beautiful sights here, beautiful architecture. So we're going to take you around as soon as we get done with our drinks and our pastel de nata and show you Porto. So Stain is telling me that this apparently is the nicest McDonald's in the world.
So we just kind of walked this way and happened to come upon this church. It's called the Church of Clérigos, which I think means clergy. So let's go check it out. So for all these statues, it talks about who they are and what they're the patron saint of. And this guy, Saint Remigius, is the patron saint against the earthquakes. Look, it says right there. We just made it to the São Bento train station, one of the most beautiful train stations in the world. As you can tell, it's full of azulejos, so the blue tile is all painted and depicting all kinds of things. So let's go check it out.
Okay. Now where to, mister?
To the library.
All right, let's go check it out. This library is like the Harry Potter inspired.
It's more like a bookstore. They call
Oh.
it Letraria, so it's actually a bookstore.
Okay, bookstore. Inspired
Harry Potter.
Harry Potter.
We're standing in front of Lelo Library, bookstore essentially. It is probably the most famous bookstore in all of Portugal, since it was the base for the bookstore, the library that featured in Harry Potter. It was built in 1906.
So it was recommended to us that we needed to go see the photography museum, not only for the photography side of it, but just for the sheer architectural beauty of the building. Stain says this is the shortcut, which is up.
We made it, and turns out we walked just by here yesterday and kind of chilled out in this park. So let's go see what's inside. All right, we just made it into this first area, and as you can tell, there's lots of big gates and doors. This used to be a prison, among other things. It was a courthouse as well, but a prison as well. So it's kind of cool they've preserved some of these features that make it very clear.
And this was built in 1767.
Yep.
Wow. So the thing we love to do a lot is just roam around the streets of the town that we're in and see what restaurant looks interesting. And we were walking down this little alley and found this little place, and somebody said, "Oh, the food is good in there, the food is good in there." So we're like, okay, we'll go in there. The gentleman asked if we spoke English, and we said yes, and so he explained his menu to us. It's fish or meat, soup, wine, and it's just so cute in here. It's like almost cave-like, but with some beautiful blue tiles. So I ordered the dorado fish, and Stain ordered mackerel. So we just had some carrot soup, got a bottle of red wine. I know it probably doesn't go with the fish, but that's what we did. So anyways, it was only 10 euros. Mine was only 10 euros, and I think yours was 7 euros. A whole bottle of wine here was only 8 euros. So anyways, that's the fun thing about traveling. I like is just randomly finding a great little restaurant. Holy mackerel. Okay. Thank you. Ciao, ciao. Bye-bye. So we're on a mission now to find a place that is open to do some port tasting, or at least a port tour.
Yep.
But it's our understanding that most of these are closed right now because
Assuming their websites are up to date.
yeah. So based on current situation with restrictions and such, we'll be very happy if we can find a port tasting.
We have a lead on one.
Oh, we do? Oh, okay.
So
That's where we're headed. Let's go see if we can get some port.
in front of us here are a bunch of warehouses. You can see the port brand names are on this riverside, but behind it are all these big buildings, and that's where they store a lot of the port barrels. Let's go see if we can get a tour. So we're at Sandyman right now, and we just walked in. There's a little historical section over there. We talked to the guy over there. There's a bunch of different tours you can take. I think there were 6 or 7 different options, ranging from 14 euros all the way to about 50. He also, we're primarily here to taste, and he said you could just come in here into the store and do a tasting on its own without the tour. This is what we're really after, is to taste, and it's nice that they have that option as well, even if you don't have the time or the desire to do a big old tour. So let's see what they have on offer.
So you'll find right here our tasting options by the glass.
Yep.
Or you have as well some flights with different options according to the type.
Right.
The classic tasting includes a classic white, a classic ruby, and a classic tawny. the glorious red includes 3 different rubies and chocolate lovers. Well, I'm afraid that this one isn't available at the moment because we don't have the chocolate truffles. But we do have the amber selection that includes 3 tawnies and our 100 years old of port that includes our aged tawnies. Or you can make your own flight and choose different options if you want to as well.
Sounds good. Well, do you know what you'd like?
You pick.
So, can we do a different one?
Yes, of course, yes.
So I think it would
You
be
can
interesting.
even share if you want to.
Yeah, but I think it would be good that we try the amber selection and the glorious red.
Perfect.
That because one is ruby, all ruby, and one is all
Yes,
tawny.
correct. Yes.
Let's do that.
Here at Sandman, we did 3 types of ports: the white, the ruby, and the tawny. The white port is made exclusively with white varieties of grapes from the Douro Valley.
Yeah.
Rubies and tawnies are red ports made with red varieties of grapes. The main difference between ruby and tawny will then be the aging.
Oh, the older it gets, the lighter it gets.
The tawny, yes, has more oxidation, more contact with the wood, with the air. Our classic tawny, 4 years of aging.
Okay.
Imperial, a 7-year-old tawny, a reserve tawny.
Yeah.
And the third one is our 10-year-old tawny, a blend of each tawnies. 10 is the average of the blend.